this government contracting thing, and I'm just trying to learn.
Sure, sure. Let's start with what questions you have.
I really don't have a ton of questions because I don't know what questions to ask. So let me give you a little bit, a little background about me.
Okay.
I did 10 years in the military. My first daughter was born in Germany, which she really enjoyed. The problem is that I spent a lot of time away from my family because I was active duty.
Yeah.
And I was constantly being deployed everywhere.
That's, that's part of the sacrifice that you guys make that people don't understand. They're like, well, he didn't come back with a service disability, so it's not like he invested. You miss time with your kids and your family, man. That's an investment. Huge.
It really is. It really is. And I've missed birthdays. I've missed Thanksgivings. I've missed Christmases. So I really missed a lot of her growing up, especially like her first steps and things like that. Those are things I can never get back.
Right, right.
So my wife wasn't really happy with the with being a military wife.
Yeah.
So it came down to, okay, continue my career in the military and be divorced.
Yeah.
Or come back out to the civilian sector, try to do the best I can and move up and continue to be married. So
right.
I decided, okay, I want to continue to be married and stay with my family. So I decided to get out, come into the private sector, and see what I can accomplish from there.
Gotcha.
But it's been a tough time, very tough. Right now I'm doing well. I make a pretty decent living. I have another daughter, and but my situation is because where I live and where I work, it's not a 10-minute drive. It's about a 2-hour commute every day. Well, 2 hours going, 2 hours coming. So that's a 4-hour commute every day.
Right.
And I spend the majority of my time at work. So my whole thing is I needed to change that routine, because if I continue doing that routine, I'm also going to miss out on my second daughter's activities.
Yeah, yeah, you're still kind of in that same catch-22 where you're spending too much time making it happen, and that takes away from the time of actually enjoying the happen,
Exactly. So I always wanted to start my own business, but didn't know exactly who to talk to or how to go about it. So now, okay, it's gonna sound a little corny, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I was watching the movie War Dogs.
Sure.
And I see these kids doing these government contracting things and stuff like that, and I was like, how much of that is actually real? So then I started going online and looking at government contracting and things like that. And then I ran into your YouTube page. So then I was like, wait a minute, there may be something to this. So then that's when I decided to reach out to you personally.
Believe it or not, that movie War Dogs is in addition to them adding some humor and some, drama and additional explosions and gunfire to make it exciting, most of that movie was 100% accurate.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually,
I know Hollywood has a tendency of making things bigger than what they actually are.
Yeah, they fattened it up, and they added the humor aspect and some action, but the part about two kids winning that government contract was 100% accurate. Matter of fact, on my LinkedIn, I'm glad you brought that up, because another subject that I was going to cover yesterday that I forgot to cover because I'm just so busy, and some subjects I really need to cover, is one about scams and trolls, people who just mess with you on the internet for no reason.
Right.
And someone actually posted on that article. So I'm so glad you brought that up because I need to go in and handle that. They posted some hate stuff about Jews on there. And
Oh.
I want to shoot a video and teach people about how to deal with trolls properly before I take it down. Let's see, right here. Show more articles. Right there.
Ah, okay.
So it says I'm in the movie. I'm not personally actually in the movie, but when they filmed the movie, they thought our website was a government website, and they included our website in the movie.
Oh.
Crazy. But, yeah, there's an article that I wrote, and this isn't it. This was just about the movie. I use clickbait, what they call clickbait, when I write articles that makes people want to click on it just because of the picture.
Oh, okay, okay.
So you see some crazy pictures on some of my articles. There it is, right there. Those are the actual two guys that won the contract. They could
Okay.
still be winning government contracts if they had not made a critical mistake. And these are the guys that the movie was based on. What happened is they took on a contract and they had access to a certain type of ammo that the government wanted. They submitted the bid and won it, but then come to find out their supplier couldn't come through. And there was no way they could get that actual ammo. So they cheated. They bought ammo from another country, and they paid a guy to repackage it. And this guy repackaged all the ammo and wanted to charge him $100,000 for repackaging the ammo. And they didn't pay him. They refused to pay him because we're not going to pay him $100,000. Well, he turned around and whistleblower. He told the government that it was repackaged, and that was against the rules of the contract. So they were actually prosecuted criminally. They made billions of dollars and lost it all because they were greedy over 100,000 over a principle. Is really what it
Wow.
boils down to.
Wow.
That's what
That's
started
crazy.
100 million rounds of AK-47 that deliver all of it to Kabul, particularly the fraught time the Afghan were during the war effort. And that's when they got the wrong ammo. It's supposed to be a dude secretly repackaged millions of rounds of decades-old surplus Chinese ammo, illegal under the contract terms, before shipping them to Afghanistan. And they were only caught because they refused to pay the guy that repackaged it out of principle.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. So most of that movie, I would say 95% of that movie is based on fact. And then they added in
Ah,
the humor aspect, you know.
right, right. I enjoyed the movie. I definitely enjoyed the movie.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I get quite a few people that say, you know, I want to do that, man. I want to sell ammo and weapons. It's not that easy. Not anymore. You want to sell ammo and weapons, there's a whole nother level of clearances and certifications that are required. My suggestion is this. If you want to work with the government, think outside the box. If you do electrical contracting right now, that's fine. But do a little more than that. Take on a job as a GC, do the electrical contracting portion, and sub the rest of it out. Don't work with blinders on. Okay, think outside the box.
Right.
When I get occasionally I'll get a Caucasian male, a white male that'll call me up and say, hey, I want to do landscaping contracts in Houston for the government. Okay, are you willing to go to Austin? No. Are you willing to go to Louisiana? No. So you only want to do landscaping in Houston and that's it? Yes. I can't help you. Sorry. They're limiting themselves too much. Are there, landscaping contracts in Houston for the federal government? Of course there are. But there's not as many. If he would cover the whole state, obviously, he's given himself more opportunities. I need
Right.
people that are willing to pick up the phone and dial that phone an hour a day or a couple of hours a week. I need people that are not afraid to submit bids, because that's going to make you successful. The more bids you submit, the more you're going to win. It's no brainer.
Right.
It's that simple.
Right.
So,
I'm at a point where I'm willing to do whatever is necessary to leave my regular 9 to 5 and start an actual business.
okay. Well, this is what you're going to need to start. Let's start there, because, okay. I'm going to email this to you.
Okay.
I use signatures so I don't have to retype stuff all the time because I'm not a very fast typer.
Uh, I work in IT, and I'm not a fast typer myself.
I can type 65 words a minute with 2 fingers, but there's a few errors in there, you know.
That's probably faster than me.
Okay, let me get this sent to you in the mail. It's the email. All right, so I offer my group training every day. As of next week, we're going to switch it from every day to 4 to 5. We're going to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 4 to 5 Eastern. And we're going to do Tuesday and Thursday at 1 Eastern. We're trying to make sure some people can't get on at 4. They got to pick up their kids, or they're busy, or you just can't make it at 4 o'clock any day. So we're switching it up a little bit to give those people that can't make it at 4 a chance to make it at 1 Eastern. We're going to try that out next week. So you're going to have access to me every day regardless, whether it be Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 or Tuesday and Thursday at 1. You'll always have access to me by email. Even if I'm on the phone or doing a conference call or training or something like that, I try and stay on top of my emails. And you're going to have my direct dial numbers as well.
Okay.
So you're going to have access to me to help you personally write these proposals and train you and teach you how to use the system properly. All right. What you need to get in position to do that, you've already started watching my videos. That's the first step in being successful with the government is learning as much as you can. And I put those videos out there for free just for that, to teach people, to give them the right tools. You are going to need to start a company. You can register as a DBA, doing business as. I have DBAs that work out of their home that get government contracts. Most people say, well, I don't want to do a DBA because I want it to be secure. I don't want to be sued. A DBA, if you're sued in a DBA, they can sue you personally. If you have an S Corp or an LLC, a limited liability, they can sue your company, but they can't sue you for personal assets. They can only sue your company. The difference is this. I've been here since 2009. I have yet to see someone be sued by the government, period.
Okay.
The government just doesn't do it. They don't sue. If you do something wrong and you cheat, you could be fined and you could face criminal charges, but they're not going to sue you. They're not going to waste their time with that. So if you want to start off with a DBA, and then after you win a couple of contracts and make some money, upgrade to an S Corp or an LLC later, that's fine. Or if you want to start out with an S Corp and LLC, whatever the case, you need to do something. Get registered with the state as one of the other, okay?
Okay.
You're going to need to open a business checking account. You can probably find a free one if you keep a minimum balance, or it might be $5 a month to get a business. You're going to need a business checking. We cannot register you in SAM. We cannot register you with the government without a checking. They insist that your cage code has to be associated with your checking account, because sometimes they'll pay you by wire transfer, and that money wire transfers directly into your account through your government ID number.
Okay.
Eventually, you're going to want to get a merchant account or a Square or PayPal. You want some way that you can take credit card.
Okay.
All right. Then you're going to need to register with Dun & Bradstreet. There's the link. Now, when you register with Dun & Bradstreet, they're going to try and sell you their credit monitoring services. That's their right. That's their agreement with the government. They'll give you a free number, but they get to sell you their credit monitoring services. You do not need their credit monitoring services now. Once you're doing hundreds of millions of dollars of contracts with the government, yes, their credit monitoring services make perfect sense. But for now, when you're not making any money, you do not need to pay them. They're going to tell you that you do need to pay them in order to be active. They're going to make it sound like if you don't pay them, you're not going to win contracts. That's not true, okay? What you want to do when you contact them, say something like, I need a DUNS number because I want to register with the government because there's this contract I can do and I can make $500 or I can make $300, and man, I could sure use that $300 right now. You know what I mean? Make it sound like you're broke, and they won't bother selling you. If they don't think you got money that they can sell you, they won't even try. And here's the funny part. If you do pay them, it could take 2 weeks for them to give you your DUNS number. If you don't pay them, a lot of times they'll give you the number on the phone to get you off the phone so they can get the next phone call to sell somebody something. So if you do what I'm saying and make it sound like you're broke, they'll probably give you the number within 2 or 3 minutes and you're done just like that, instead of spending a half an hour with them and $2,000 and having to wait 2 weeks for your DUNS number. All right.
Will do.
Once you have your DUNS number and you're registered with the state, you can start the process with the DOT. This is a state registration that's called the DBE, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. You are a minority?
Yes, I am.
And you are also a veteran. Do you have, are there multiple owners or is it just you?
It's going to be two other people
Are they
with me.
also veterans?
They're not veterans, but they are minority.
Okay, are either of them women?
No.
Okay, so you're a minority and a veteran, but you're obviously not a woman. So you've got 2 out of the 3. You're going to want to be majority owner. Make sure you give yourself 1% more ownership than anybody else, because that will qualify you as a veteran and a minority.
Okay.
If you guys split it 3 ways evenly, you can't claim your veteran status, and your veteran status is way more important than your minority status.
Okay.
Way more important, almost twice as important. And I'll show you what I mean by that.
Now, question. You
Yes.
said if we had a woman on with us.
If she's not a veteran, don't worry about it. That's you're not going to do yourself a favor if she's not a veteran.
Okay.
And this is why, right? Minorities, women, and veterans all get 5% set aside. You see that?
Yes.
But look at how many minorities and women there are compared to veterans.
Right.
There's almost twice as many women-owned businesses as there are veteran-owned businesses. So you're way better off as a veteran than a woman-owned.
Okay.
All right? So just make sure the way you set it up that you're majority owner. You only have to own 1% more than everybody else to be majority owner.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And that's going to be a much better set aside for you. All right. So, and you're being a veteran and a minority is going to give you a better chance of getting that DBE than being a woman and a minority owned. All right.
Okay.
Eventually, I'm going to teach you how to register with primes as a subcontractor. All right. Eventually, I'm going to teach you how to register with your state and your county and your city government so you can do those types of contracts. And I'm going to teach you how to register with all your state, local, and county government disaster recovery divisions. All right.
Okay.
So pretty much from here down, you don't need to do that to get started.
Okay.
All right. This is what you need to do to get started. These pieces right here.
Okay.
All right. And then we can focus on these once you got these in place. Everything else from here down, we're going to do for you. We're going to register you with SAM. We're going to register you with CCR and ORCA and DSBS. That's a part of SAM. We're going to register you with FEMA. We're going to build your cap statement. I'm going to help you write your elevator pitch. We're going to register you for those no-bid contracts. We're going to create a website that we provide for free. There's no charge if we do it. If you do it on your own, you may have to pay for it, but we're going to do it for you. There's no charge. And we're going to take your cap statement. We're going to put your cap statement on this website in a format that all federal purchasing agents can view it. It works through all federal firewalls.
Okay.
That's the reason why we provide a free website with this program, is because not all websites are viewable. And if your website's not viewable by a purchasing agent that wants to hire you, he's probably not going to hire you because he can't get the information he needs off your website.
Correct.
All right. Eventually, we'll check and see if you're in a HubZone and do that. Eventually, we'll do the 8A. Eventually, we'll do the wide area workflow. Eventually, we'll do the vet-biz to register you as a veteran. We could probably bundle that in up front when we start. If not, we'll add that later. And eventually, 4 years, 3 to 4 years from now, let's say 2 years. Two years for the G.S.A. Possibly up front, we'll see. Wide area workflow, I'll help you. Once you're registered, I'll help you do it. It's real easy.
Okay.
8A, it takes at least 1 year. And you're not going to qualify for 8A for 1 year because you're a startup. You cannot do 8A as a startup. So we need to build your portfolio of clients. See how fast I type with all the mistakes? So that's going to take at least 1 year to get you in a position where you qualify for the 8A. That's not a short-term process, all right?
Okay.
And then you're going to have access to me every day for the group training. I'm going to also give you some personal one-on-one training so that when you've got something you want to work on as a military guy, you can do contracts that require mid-level or top secret clearances. And that kind of stuff we obviously can't work on in the group session. So I'm going to give you some personal training outside the group training so that you have personal time with me to work on anything that requires a clearance. All right?
Okay. We really appreciate it.
Not a problem at all. Now, it should only take you about a week or so to get registered with the state. What was your time frame on that?
As soon as I'm done with you, I'm gonna start looking into getting things done.
Okay. The getting set up as a DBA, you can get that done in a couple of days. If you go S Corp or LLC, it could take a couple of weeks. So if you really want to get this going fast, do a DBA first. Let's win a contract, make some money. You can always reinvest that money into upgrading to an S Corp and LLC later.
Okay.
All right, regardless of which way you go. If you told me right now, John Wayne, I watched enough of your videos. I know you're the guy I want to work with. I'm ready to get signed up with you. We could start now and get you signed up today. You could start getting on my training. We could start finding stuff to bid on today because most bids aren't due for 2 to 3 weeks. And by then you'll be fully compliant. So it's up to you as far as when you want to get started with this and get on the ball.
Okay. As of now, I need to talk to the other 2 individuals that are going to be in this with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure that everything is clear with them.
Okay.
Also, you said you're recording this also, right?
Yep. As soon as we're done, I have to convert it from one file format to another. We've been on about half an hour. It probably will take an hour or 2 to convert.
Okay. So if possible, you'll be uploading it to YouTube, so I should be able to find it.
Yeah, if you're subscribed to me, you'll get it automatically.
Okay, so I want to present it to them, let them view it.
Absolutely.
Let them give me feedback on it, and then once they give me feedback, I can contact you immediately.
Sounds good, bro. I can give you a notice as soon as it's uploaded, but if you're subscribed to me, you'll get a notification as soon as it's uploaded.
Yes, I am.
All right.
I am, yes.
You got it, man. Any other questions?
It seems I wanted to take care of the first portion first before I move on to. Actually, I do have one more question. Yes.
Yes.
Is there an industry that I should be looking into to start a business?
If I was you, I would broker, because if you broker, you can sell anything. You know, that's how TV Guy does it. Have you seen any of my videos talking about TV Guy?
Yeah.
He's so mad at me. If he would have listened to me back in 2009, he'd be making billions now. But
wow.
He didn't listen to me then. He finally listened to me and got his stuff engaged. He's finally got the 8A like I told him to do back then. But, you know, you can't, I can take your brain to water, but I can't make it think.
Right.
You know?
So can you explain to me what brokering actually means, what it actually
Absolutely.
What does it actually entail?
To be a broker means that you are going to find anything the government needs that you can get your hands on. You're going to get a quote from your supplier. I'd get 2 or 3 quotes from a couple of different suppliers to make sure you got a good solid resource in case one supplier backs out or fails. You got a couple of backups to go to. But it's that simple. You find something the government wants to buy. You find a few suppliers who carry it. You get a couple of prices, mark it up 15, 20, 25, 30%, submit a bid. If you win it, you can actually, a lot of times, have your supplier ship it directly to the buyer, so you don't even touch it. And you make 15, 20% profit on it. It's that simple.
Okay, definitely. All right. Because I was looking into it yesterday, and I was watching a lot of your videos, and it seems like I get everything you're saying, but because you're helping out other individuals, I'm a little lost because they already have bids and you're working on their on their contracts and things like that.
Right.
So by you and I talking, I can get a better understanding of what needs to be done. And so far, I have clear vision right now.
Nice, nice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and if you don't have any other questions, I'll go ahead and end the session and convert that video so I can upload it so you can get it over to your partners to check it out.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate your help.
No, you can thank me after you win your first contract. I love Christmas bonuses. Nothing wrong with that. I can't work for myself because I get referrals from the government. If I was to start a business and broker, there'd definitely be an investigation. My attorney said, you know, if you want to do that, you're going to have to quit for 3 years, take all your videos down and delete them, go deliver pizzas or something for 3 years, have nothing to do with the government whatsoever, and then I could come back and I could broker. Fortunately, though, I can help you win contracts, and you can give me a bonus. There's nothing wrong with that at all. All right?
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
You got it.
I will definitely be watching all of your videos.
Awesome, awesome. I look forward to working with you. When you watch my videos, when you start the video, let me show you. That's really weird to see on the screen. I was watching a video about how to read body language, but I happened to pause it on something about women locking their ankles, and the dude's got a camera, so that looks inappropriate. Okay. If you go to YouTube, when you watch one of my videos, you might have even seen this video too already. When the video starts, here's another contract. Either go to the snipping tool and take a snip of the entire screen, make sure it shows the clock and the date at the bottom. Anybody have a bits? The station post, let's do today. And then first thing in the morning, or is anybody in a major hurry wants to start first? Paste that into an email. Anybody got anything to work on today? Bits, the station, proposal, question. When the video ends, after it plays all the way through, don't skip to the end obviously, but let it play all the way through. When it ends, take another screenshot so I can see that the video played in its entirety, and just email me those screenshots. Every time you watch a video, send me an email with the video you watched, screenshot at the beginning, screenshot at the end. I give you free personal one-on-one training for watching my videos.
Oh, okay.
All right, and I do that for 2 reasons. Number one, I get people that say I watched your videos, but they kind of watch pieces of it. They don't watch the whole thing. And then they'll call in and they'll ask me a question. They'll say like, yeah, I watched this one video, but I got this question. And the question was actually answered in the video, but because they didn't watch the whole video, they missed that part of the training, you know. The other reason why I do it, the reason why I'm so popular on the internet is because my videos, most people watch my videos from start to finish. If you look at the analytics on my videos, let's see here, go to TubeBuddy. And I still don't know how to use this stuff, even though I'm doing really good with it. Let's just go to, there we go, like this. Go to the studio. Go to videos. Someday. Go to most viewed. There we go. Okay, so this one right here, almost 20,000 views on this video. Go to the analytics right here. Now, most videos on YouTube that are watched an average of 2 minutes, that's a great 2-minute watch time is amazing. If your videos are watched an average of 2 minutes, you're doing good. This video is watched an average of almost 14 minutes, which is unheard of. And this is the reason why right here, that is the main reason why you search government contracts. No, not secrets, not conspiracies, government contracts. That's the reason why my video comes up #1. It's because the average view time is 13 minutes, which is unheard of. So by By encouraging people to watch my videos from beginning to end, it increases my watch time. It makes me more popular on the internet. And that's why I offer free training, free personal one-on-one training for people that watch my videos. So take advantage of that. All right.
Yes, sir.
You got it, brother.
Thank you very much for your help.
Like I said, you can thank me after you win your first contract. Welcome aboard. All right. Any other questions?
No, it's just time for me to get started.
Get her done, brother. We'll if I don't talk to you today, you have a good weekend. We'll touch base next week.
Okay, likewise, sir.
Sounds good. Talk to you then.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.